Hi everyone, this is Crafty Decoria. I hope everyone is doing great. So today I will be sharing my twist on a Dollar Tree topiary. If you care to see how I turn this into a topiary, then keep on watching. Okay, so to begin, I have my white planter, and this is ceramic. I absolutely love this one. The size of this is 4.75 by 4.75 inches. I have a dowel, which these come in a pack of 6, I believe it was. 6 or 8, I'll write it in the bottom here. I also have my floral foam. Now this here fits perfectly inside of this planter, so I don't feel the need to glue that in place. This way, if I want to remove it and use it for something else, then I can. But it fits perfectly, so no problems there. I also have my motion spiral here that I opened up, and then I have my magnetic buttons. I'm using the size 0.9 inches. There's 8 pieces, so 8 magnetic buttons in this package, and this was just the size that I saw there, so I picked these up. So what I'm going to do is just take my hot glue. I'm going to apply some on one end of the dowel, and then I'm just going to place the sphere on top of that and let that dry. Okay, so now I've flipped it over so the dowel is sticking up, and I'm just going to take some more hot glue and then add it along the dowel, running down to the motion spiral, building sort of a wall all the way around so that I'm sure that this dowel is going to stay in place. Now don't worry about it if it gets just a little bit too messy. You don't want it very messy, but I do have a garland that I will be gluing all the way around the spiral, so I will definitely be able to cover any spots up if they look like too much of the glue has dripped down. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the top of the spiral, but before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and find my center inside of the planter here, and I'm just going to push down to place the dowel right where I want it to sit. There. And I can add a little bit of glue just so that it keeps it from wobbling, which I probably will, but it's really not too bad if you don't want to. Okay, so now I'm ready to work on the top of the spiral. I'm just gonna go ahead, take some hot glue, and then make a little pool inside of the top. Once that is dry, I will add a little bit more on the back of one of my magnets and then glue that in place. Before I add my magnet, I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So I added a little bit of hot glue. I let that dry. Once that was dry, I added a little bit more. Again, let that dry, and then added a little bit more. So I did build it up a little bit. This way it holds all the metal nice and secure so that it's not going to move around. And number 2, I raised it up just a little bit so that when I place my magnet there, it's going to sit nice and comfortably. So now again, I'm just gonna add my hot glue to my magnet and then glue that in place. Okay, so my magnet is nicely in place at the top of the spiral. So you could see that as I was adding the glue, because I don't have my foam glued into the planter, it was very easy for me once I applied the glue, if it started to drip, to just lift it out and turn it around. And I did this too when I added the glue to the bottom as well as to the top, so that there weren't any drips. If you do happen to get a drip, just take your hot glue, press it up against the drip, and then smooth it in place. Now I'm ready to glue on my garland. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I ripped one of the leaves from the garland, and I'm just going to wrap it around this bottom where I applied the glue as best I can, because I want to cover up that glue. You don't really see it as much on the top, probably because with the bottom you're looking down. So I'm going to hide that. Once I've done that, I'm going to take my garland, and from one end, I'm just going to start at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off that round piece here. And then I'm just going to place it inside, and then very loosely, I'm just going to wrap it around the spiral just to get it wrapped around. Once it is wrapped around, then I can piece by piece where I want the garland to sit, just take my hot glue and then glue that in place. You will be able to see it better in the final reveal, but I just wanted to at this point show that there are going to be some leaves that are just sticking out. You can either glue those down to the metal to make it look more perfect, but I actually think that I'm going to leave it the way it is because it just seems like it's naturally going that way, and I just like how it looks better, but really that part is all up to you. So now moving on to the top piece. Now for this, I will be using 2 light bulbs. So the light bulbs that I'm using are from the Dollar Tree. They are 2 clear chandelier bulbs. Now normally I buy these for my chandeliers, and once they're burnt out, I keep them aside, and then I use them for projects such as this. I wrap them with the jute twine, and then I'll use it for the top of a DIY piece for an embellishment. So these ones here, I somehow got them in my cart and they were the wrong size. So these ones, I'll be using them right out of the package. And then I will take my Dollar Tree jute twine. This is the thicker roll. There's the ones that come 3 in a pack, 2 that are this color, and then 1 green. This one is sold as a single roll and it's a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to take this and start wrapping my light bulb. Okay, so now I'm ready to glue on my other magnet. Now you just want to test your magnet to make sure that you're gluing it down the right way. I'm going to glue that in place, and then all I have left to do is add my rocks here to the bottom and then add my LED light strand around the spiral. So I'm going to go ahead and put that together and show you what it looks like. So here are my Dollar Tree topiaries. and I love how these have turned out. So here you can see I added the lights, and then with the battery pack I just went ahead and tucked it inside of the planter and then tried to cover it up with the rocks, and very easily I can turn the switch on and off. And I love the flexibility with the spirals here, because now I can do so much to this. I can attach different garland to this. If there's things that have clips on them, I can clip them on here as well. It would have been great if magnets would have stuck to this, but they don't. But it still works great with clips. And an example of that is the Dollar Tree birds, like this one here, that have the little clips on them, because then you can just clip things to that, and then I can have little birds sitting on my topiary as well, which can be easily removed. So because I did magnetize the top, I made some other toppers to change this up, just to show you how fun and how easy I can give this topiary a fresh new look every time. So I have been purchasing lemons, the plastic ones at the Dollar Tree, and for the summer I plan on decorating with the lemons. So I went ahead, took a couple of lemons. Watch how cute this is transformed into what looks like a lemon tree. And just like that, it now looks like I have a couple of lemon trees, and I just love these. Really, really love these. I also went ahead, and since we still are in winter, I wanted to show you a couple options as well. So the first one is, well, actually both are ornaments, but the neat thing is that when the Dollar Tree carries the metal ornaments, you don't even need to put a magnet at the bottom, like with the lemon I did, but you don't need to put a magnet because they will attach to the magnet because they're metal. So let me go ahead and show you the first ornament, which looks really, really pretty on this topiary. Okay, so these are the Dollar Tree metal bells, and these were definitely one of my favorite ornaments that the Dollar Tree carried, and I just love how it goes along with the white of the planter. Just really, really nice and fun for the winter season. I really, really love these ones. Now another ornament which I did add a magnet to, and this one is a plush one, but of course I had to use some type of a snowman, so let me change that out. Aren't these the cutest to use with this topiary? I think they work so nice. They are lightweight, they fit really nice on the top. They sort of are also held up, not that they need it, but they kind of go in between the spirals there, and they stay really nicely in place. But this is really such fun to just come up with different, or find different little ornaments or things that you can place on the top and change this out. If it is a piece that you love, and I definitely love this, then I know I will have such a fun time changing this out seasonally. And then for fall, this is another look that I love. These are the black and white pumpkins that the Dollar Tree came out with this past fall, and they're not too heavy. Now with this one here, what I did was, because it is flat and it is wider than where the magnet sits, I actually just added one magnet, and then you can just build up the magnets if you have to. So I didn't glue the other magnets on, and here I only have one extra magnet, and that was enough for me to have it reach, sorry about that, the other magnet, and it stays beautifully in place. And yeah, this is probably, I don't know, because I love them all, but this is one of my favorites, definitely. I think it looks so pretty, whether you use the black or the white. I just think it looks really pretty. And then the actual spiral underneath really looks like a pumpkin itself. So another idea would be if you wanted to spray paint this spiral in a really nice orange, and then you could add the light bulb the way I wrapped it in the jute twine, and then just place a few leaves at the top, and definitely they would look like pumpkins. So it could be like a pumpkin topiary, which I think would look really, really nice as well. Another metal ornament that the Dollar Tree had was this metal sled, and it looks really nice with that little touch of red and black buffalo check. Now it doesn't, because the bottom is not flat, however, it still stays on there really nicely, just leaning a little bit. It's attached to the magnet and it's in between the spirals, so it stays really nice in place. That one looks really pretty as well. Or even if you just have a simple tea light candle, and here I just added some of the bling ribbon. I glued it around the tea light candle, and that looks really pretty as well. And then the last idea I have to show you are the seasonal scarves that the Dollar Tree carries, which is another great way to dress this up seasonally. Now I still have the rocks in there, I didn't take them out, but if you didn't want to use the rocks and you wanted to just wrap the scarf on the inside, that would look really nice as well. I just laid it on top of the rocks, which looks really pretty. And then the Dollar Tree rose tea light candle, just again, magnet at the bottom. I used a smaller magnet just to fit around the cover of the battery. This way I can take it on and off very easily. And I just love this. I think it looks so, so pretty. And then here I use the scarf again, but instead of wrapping it around the base, I just tied it to make a couple little bows, and it's just hanging there. And I think that looks just beautiful. One rose, but it's just looks really fitting for the topiary. So guys, that will do it for this DIY. I had a lot of fun making this, and I definitely will have a lot of fun changing this out seasonally. I really hope that you enjoyed this DIY. Very inexpensive to make, very quick to put together, and again, it is a piece that I am going to love all year long. If you enjoyed this DIY, and I really hope you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video if you can, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And as always guys, you take care of yourselves, and I so hope to catch you in my next video. Bye bye.